Minutes each, and we'll start here with Mr. Revill. What is your plan for handling Main Street congestion?
Well, I talked a little bit about this in my opening statement. Through the developmental process of PRDs, PUDs, we've secured over 20 acres of property along 1000 South for the corridor to go in that UDOT is currently studying now, and that we hope will be started here in the next few years. We've also secured property along 2300 West, right alongside of the new junior high down on Main Street. That is planned on our master plan to be a large road also, where people would be able to get off of the 2100 North exit and off of 2100 North, then go on to 2300 West and bring them on the west side of the junior high, and hopefully keep those people coming from the north would go out instead of coming out on Main Street. I think also our support of the 4800 North connector for the Mountain View corridor, I think that will also alleviate some of that traffic. We've also, on our master plan, we've got 1900 South as a fairly good-sized road as well. Some of the challenges that we have, of course, are environmental challenges. We have our friends report on where those roads will come out on their city property, and some of the concerns that they have as well. I think these things that we have planned, 1000 South, 2100 North, and 2300 West, will alleviate Main Street. It's again a question of time, and especially a question of money, which is a very difficult one to address.
Thank you. Mr. Laurence.
This is a sticky issue. There are three essential options. One, we can leave Main Street congestion as it is and just live with it. Two, we can expand it, most likely to the north, right through Chris's business. In which case we would probably have a 5-lane boulevard. And the other option is to build or to divert by having one-way roads north and south of Main. What's the best answer? Well, we ought to decide that as a community. I'm not so sure that I prefer personally the one-way options. I think that would take the traffic through the community. So we ought to talk together and find out the answer to that. And as Johnny mentioned, taking the traffic off Main by diverting it along 2300 West from SR 73, that would help ease some of the Main Street traffic. So people going northbound from Eagle Mountain, Saratoga Springs, and West Lehi area could take SR 73 to 2300 West, 2100 North, and get on I-15. Going southbound, we're looking at the 10th South option and building that. And I think that we're not far away from being able to do that. So those are options that would immediately divert traffic, and the possibility of expanding Main Street is something we ought to investigate as a community.
Thank you. Mr. Johson.
Glad to respond to that. Several years ago, there were several companies brought together to study this issue. There was UDOT was part of it, MAG, which is Mountain Lands Association of Governments, Lehi City, Forex Engineers, and Baron Pierce, which is a traffic engineer. They participated in a fairly large and expensive study. I think around $300,000 we spent on the study as to what to do about congestion on Main Street. It's always been a burgeoning problem since I've been involved in the city, and that was indeed one of the things that got me interested as well in participating with the city. Of that study, there was a number of public hearings that went on. The public was very involved in that one, and a lot of their comments was taken in that meeting. The results of the study was to build 3 corridors, 2100 North, 10 South, and 1900 South. 2 different sizes, two 120-foot right-of-ways, one that was 105 foot, which is 10 South. Since that time, there's been an additional study done by Interplan part in the revitalization plan, and they did a very thorough study of the amount of traffic needed to remain on Main Street to revitalize the area where the traffic would move and the volumes of traffic on the associated streets. The city has been very active, as Johnny mentioned, in providing these right-of-ways. There's been $6 million spent on the 2100 North and 2300 West property acquisitions. Those have taken place. Those roads could be built. 10 South, a number of acres have already been acquired through the development process. That alignment's been looked at. It's in the environmental study right now that UDOT is paying for. They're suggesting some slight alterations in the alignment. To the best of my knowledge, one will probably be chosen very soon. You will see that road as a reality very soon.